How's it going, everybody out there? Coach Mark here, and today what I want to take you through is my simple at-work shoulder stretch routine. I do this 2 to 3 times per day. I don't know about you guys, but over the past few years, my job has become a lot more computer and desk friendly to where I started developing almost a rolled forward posture. My chest has become a little bit tight. So I just do this simple routine that I'm going to take you through. It's 5 simple stretches that stretch your shoulders and your chest and your back, making sure that you keep your posture correct, right? Because that's very important, making sure you have good posture, especially when you exercise a lot and you're lifting weights, things become tight, or repetitive motions such as sitting at your desk all day. So I'm going to take you through those different exercises. Follow along. I'm going to be talking as we go through it. But before we do that, do me a favor, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll continue to make videos like this as we move on in the future. And without any further ado, let's get started. All right, so like I said, this is a very simple stretch routine that you could do at work, especially if you have your own office. Even if you're in a cubicle, no matter what, you could do this. Most of it's sitting in a chair. 1 or 2 of them you might have to stand up and do it, but that's okay. You're not going to be moving around or doing anything like that. So we're going to start with, and yes, I know there's a lot of Ghostbuster stuff behind me. This is my home office, and I like Ghostbusters, so it is what it is. There's a lot more stuff around this room that I'm not going to show you because you have different thoughts about me, but nevertheless. So let's get started, okay? So the first one we're going to do is just, it's called a Y into a W, okay? So we're going to make sure we sit up nice and tall. We're going to take our arms looking like a W. We're going to bring them into a Y, bring a nice big stretch up to the ceiling, and then down and drive those elbows into your pockets is what I call it. Okay, so that's going to form a W. So if you see this posture right here, this is a W. And we're going to do that 10 times. All the way up, down, and squeeze. This opens up the chest, so make sure your chest is up, nice and tall. Reach up nice and tall. Chin up, pull down, and stretch. Perfect. One more time. Up, down, and stretch. Remember, you're going to do that 10 times, okay? From there, you're going to move into another exercise, which is very simple. They're just shoulder rolls, okay? With this one, if you have a chair that has arms in it, like mine here, what I want you to do is just scoot the chair back, sit towards the edge of the chair so you can let your arms basically hang down by your side. And with this, we're going to keep our posture nice and tall, chest up, shoulders back, and we're going to roll the shoulders all the way up to the ears, back, nice good stretch, squeezing the trap muscles together all the way down. We're going to do 10 reverse, and then we're going to go 10 forward. So I'm just going to do 5 reverse and 5 forward. But remember, when you're doing this on your own and taking notes here, making sure that you do 10 back. Okay, so that's 5 for me. Now I'm going to go forward, same thing, drive up to the ears, roll forward all the way down. Perfect. Keeping the hands open, the arms nice and loose. And we're just rolling the shoulders. That's all we're doing here. 5. Okay, so now the next one is very basic. You can scoot yourself back in the chair if you want. With this one, it's just an ear to shoulder. So just as it sounds, you're going to sit up nice and tall. You can even cross your hands if you want. And you're basically going to take your left ear and you're going to draw it towards your shoulder, your left shoulder. So with this, remember, if your neck is a little bit tight, you don't want anything to be painful. Okay, so if you feel a little bit of tension here, that's okay. If it's painful, then kind of come up a little bit. We want to make sure that as we're doing these stretches, okay, that we want to take nice big deep breaths. You're going to hold this for 30 seconds, and then we're going to repeat and do the other side. And what's nice about this too is once you feel that initial tension start to alleviate, you can then help assist your head very gently and just apply slight pressure, pulling that left ear down towards the left shoulder just a little bit further, and you'll get a little bit more of that stretch here. Okay, so you're going to hold that for 30 seconds. You're going to come up, and now you're just going to do the opposite side. So again, sitting up nice and tall, draw the right ear now to the right shoulder, and then of course, once you start to feel that stretch alleviate, that tension alleviate, reach on up, grab a hold of your head, just apply slight pressure down, and get a nice good stretch. Remember, big inhales, big exhales. On the exhales, now, with every exhale, you can get a little bit deeper into the stretch. Be mindful of the neck though, okay? The next stretch we're gonna go into, okay, this one, the same thing, we're gonna hold for 30 seconds each side. It's a cross arm stretch. So what's great about this is it's going to stretch not only the shoulder, but it's gonna get all the way in the back there and stretch the reverse shoulder. And if you do it the way I tell you to do it, you'll get a little bit more of that neck stretch in there as well. So we're gonna put our hand forward, start with the left hand. We're gonna reach underneath our elbow and we're gonna just pull that arm across our chest. Okay? So now as you see, I'm pulling this arm across the chest. The posterior deltoid is stretching, okay? And you should feel that right across the back side of your shoulder. Now, to get a little bit deeper into this stretch, okay, and get a little bit more of that neck stretch, what you want to do is just slightly lift up your chin and then look over the shoulder you're stretching. So as you do that, you should feel a deeper stretch in the posterior deltoid, which is the back of your shoulder, and you'll get a little bit more of a stretch in your neck here. Remember, deep breaths in, deep breaths out. When you release the shoulder, the arm, and the neck all at once. Then you're gonna switch sides, grab underneath the elbow, pull across your chest. Make sure that you feel the stretch in your shoulder first before you look over your shoulder, okay? Once you feel that stretch and you're ready, you can then look over that shoulder, getting a little bit deeper into that stretch. Again, release everything all at once. The next one you can do sitting down. I prefer standing up. So with this, all we want to do is, they're called standing arm swings. So we're going to reach back. So our hands are going to be pronated, meaning our palms are facing down. We're going to reach back, get a stretch right across the chest and the front shoulders. And then we're going to reach up all the way and back as far as you can. Down nice and slow, reach, and all the way up and stretch. Now, with this, you're gonna do that for a minute straight, okay? So if somebody walks by and they see you doing this at your job, you're not going crazy. Tell them to stop staring at you. You're just stretching your shoulders, okay? I guarantee this one will help. So remember, we're gonna reach back as far as we can, and you can see as I reach back, you can see all this stretching, okay? This one feels really great too. And then when you reach up and you reach back, really gonna get some more good stretching here and in the back as well. It's a fantastic stretch. Make sure you do that one for 1 minute. The next one we're gonna do is very similar to that one. They're just called standing arm lifts, okay? So with this one, what you're gonna do is you're gonna make a fist, you're gonna hold it about shoulder width apart. Again, when we're doing these stretches, especially when we're standing, we want to make sure that we're standing up nice and tall, chest is up, shoulders are back. We're going to make a fist shoulder width apart, and then same motion here, we're just going to lift straight up, all the way up above our head, and then down. With this one, we don't have to stretch behind us. This one is more so just over the head, and back down. With this one, you only want to do it 10 times because remember, you're going to keep tension here by making a fist. You can even draw the fist forward and up. I prefer my hands in a neutral position here, almost like you're getting ready to do a hammer curl, and then lift those arms straight up and stretch. Repeat that 10 times. Remember, take big, deep breaths. Inhale, exhale. On every exhale, you can get a little bit deeper into that stretch. And that's it. That is my simple at home or at work shoulder stretch routine that you could do, and you can implement it every single day. Do it a couple times a day and you feel better. This Coach Mark out.